Seven days out of 9 of rain, and we're not talking about a little rain. We're talking about everyday monstrous downpours. The ground will not soak up any more of the water. I've got cucumbers to be picked, but to walk in this, you sink right up to your ankle, so I'll have to use my digging boots just to go pick vegetables. But I'm showing you this. It's just too much water can be a good or a bad thing, I guess, but in this circumstance, it's definitely not good, because this is what starts to happen, right? You can see the yellowing of these tomato plants. Yep, it's starting to become a negative, and these storms, it ripped everything to the ground. I mean, look at the cages, right? Ripped them right up out of the ground. There's tomatoes laying in the wet. Well, right there it is.
All along you thought that you were better off if all you knew was gone. All along you've been a fool, and it's getting old.
Check out that lovely hayfield, and it smells as good as it looks. Well, check this out, everybody. This is a Swayze's jar. This is a fairly rare conical jar, and I didn't show this with some of the 1858s that I'll be showing in this video. I almost didn't want to cut this video, everybody. It's a little bit of a downer. We had some big storms come through and basically just tear up my garden and ruin a lot of the good work that I've done. It's not a total loss, but definitely a big setback. But I turn it around, everybody. The beginning of that day was a big bummer, but by day's end, I was very happy with the day. So I turn a frown upside down in this one. So make sure you stick around to see the end, to see what I pull out of the hat. So there you go. See ya. I'm just giving it kind of a look-see here. There's targets about. Look at that, that's a milk top. Dang it. But I got a bottle here, it's looking like a ketchup bottle. But I'm gonna cut this out and I'm gonna do all my work right here. So I'm just giving it a looks over, make sure I'm not missing any marbles or other decent finds before I start my work. And I'm getting her all prepped up and ready to go. I'll be back with you in a few with something to show you. So far I got this cap here and a couple of old Pepsis. That'll make somebody happy out there. See you. Yeah, there was a lot of work to get back to where I wanted to be, but we're going to stay on it here. I've already got a few. I've got 3 Pepsis already, so not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. This is a good spot, so we'll see who wins, Pepsi or Coca-Cola, right? Okay, everybody, there's some milk white glass right there, and a cork and another Coke. So it's a good start. So I'm gonna keep on digging. See ya. Another Wright's beverage, everybody. This is the small one. These are the smallest version. Yep. It's a nice shape, everybody. Let's pray it stays good. You know, I'm not so concerned about that back. I'm concerned about that front image. I'm gonna stick it in here. I'm gonna bury this behind me. Cover it up. Look at that cork top. That's a killer. That was big. So I'm in a good layer of stuff. I mean, I'm right back here where I was. So yeah, another Coke and a nice big medical. All right, we got a cylinder whiskey. We're gonna pull this, but I think it's gonna make everything collapse. It's already about half unstable. No, it didn't. Huh. Yeah, it's just a cylinder cork whiskey. Probably machine made. $56, $45. It could be either one of those dates. Getting up here at the top of the dump here at the slip, it's kind of jumbled. The layers are screwed up. I'm getting all kinds of different stuff. There isn't really any rhyme to any reason here. Yeah, because they bulldozed it. You know, they kept capping it off. So at this point, it's kind of like just like, imagine it just being twisted, you know what I mean? They're pushing that dirt, you know, and it just rolling it over. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So, heck, I don't know what I'm going to find. It could be anything today. Anything. I saw this, and it's sitting in like a piece of pottery, right? Terracotta type, you know, planting pot pottery. But there's a mason lid inside of it, and because of that, I bet you this thing's going to be in great shape. It looks good from here. Look at that. I mean, I've got hundreds of them, and they're hard to get good. I mean, at least out of this particular dump. Now, I've got another dump that I got 150 out of, and they were all about flawless. They were in a burlap sack. But this is looking good. I think it's because of what it was, right? It was inside this thing, and it helped protect it. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I've seen better. Oh, see what I'm saying? And it's exactly what I said it was. Dang it. All right, there's a piece of broken number 2 blue ball. All right, everybody, I'm gonna stay on it. They're in here. I just got to keep it digging. See ya. Well, I had a collapse. This all come down again. Dug it out. Before it collapsed, I got like a shot of some glass, right? So I knew there was something down in here. So that's why I went through all the trouble really digging it out. Because I was thinking about turning around and heading right, you know what I mean, behind me. But I dug her out, and there it is. Now I've got a real strong idea what that is. Tell me what you think. As I show this, leave a comment, jump into the comment section, and tell me what you think that is. There's the first sand layer. This is the second sand layer. Well, let's quit stalling, shall we? Let's get this out of here. Let's pray this is full. It ain't. Oh, no. You know what? That makes me sick to my stomach. Because, gosh darn it! Ooh, boy, that just fires me up. Cracked up on the top. Sure! Dang it. Well, everyone, that's the real world, right? I guess if I was faking it, I sure as hell wouldn't fake that. Man. Oh, and it's, you know, it looks just great on the bottom, too. Well, you know what I'm thinking? What I'm thinking is that I'm going to paint this because there's no chips out of it, right? I'm going to paint this and put a cap on it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to save this. This is a very old item, right? So, that's nice, everybody. That's why I'm in here digging. Stink! Alright, there you go. See ya. Man, everyone, I'm telling you, I got the fire in the belly now, and I'm not excited. I'm straight up pissed off. Look at that. That's a Coshocton Peerless Milk. All in the same spot. Look at that. Crockery and the top of a whiskey jug. All in the same spot as that 1858. But right up above it, I got some kind of like a brick medical. Right there, we'll pull this live. See what happens here.
Well, I tell you, everyone, today's just one of them kind of days. There's a crown, that's an older crown right there. I can tell it's got like an aqua look to it. Yeah, I was getting up to put this over there with the rest of my stuff by the bag, and this makes me sick. It's cut and ground. That's ground. This ground top. Ground. Son of a gun. I haven't gotten over it. I'm still just raging inside over that. Gosh darn. See ya. Well, everyone, it played out. Some junkers, some more broken stuff. But look at this piece of cut stone. I mean, it is awesome. It's like pudding stone. It's been cut with a saw. That's nice. I'm going to use that at the house on my walkway. And embossed Dr. Ellis. This here is a copper plate. It says James Mills. It's not in very good shape, as you can see. It was a, you know, white and brown crock with some blue numbering on it. Well, everybody, I got this bowl. It's made out of some pretty thick glass. It's pretty cool. This picture. I found both of those surface hunting. Yeah, I don't know if I showed this. I got a Dr. Ellis wave set. This is kind of cool. It's some kind of like a brass plate. Probably put your name inside there, first name, last name. Well, I think that's about it. I might tool around a little bit more, but I'm whipped, so I'll do a little bit of a cleanup, and that'll be it, everybody. Back at you with the cleanup. See ya. Okay, everybody, I just want to show you some of these 1858 jars that I've got. This may be the oldest, but I'm not sure. But every one of them has ground lids. Yep, the tops are all ground, every one of them. Yep, 1858ers. And this one here, it has the most whittling of any jar that I have in my collection. And it's also ground, like I said. But this one here, I can't fit a lid for it. Yep, cannot find a lid for that thing. These standard lids, they don't fit on this one. And it's not like it's not quite a wide mouth either. It's like a custom jar, I don't know. But you know, just the embossing's very faint. You know, just tremendous whittling. But this one here is probably, as far as condition wise, is the best. Yep, and this Maltese Cross 1858. It's nice too. I could have cleaned it up better, everybody, but I kind of like the patina. I like all that iridescence on it and stuff. But this one here also is damaged. Just put that on top of there as a display. Yep. And I think that's what the New Jersey Glass Works or something like that. This symbol right there. I'm not sure if I'm wrong. You can tell me, but yeah, they're all 1800s. So. Well, there you go. I'm going to work on that other one. I'll show it to you. I've cleaned it up, and we're going to start the process of painting it. See you. Well, as you can see, she's busted up pretty good. But once the cap is on there, you will not see it anymore. And the paint will help bind that crack. So we're going to give this a whirl. We'll see how it turns out. Just like the other ones. Cut and ground. It's worth keeping. You know, too bad this wasn't full, everyone, because, you know, I've been digging in that same spot 3 or 4 digs in a row, and a couple other times before that. This was the kind of stuff I was after. Now, I'm not giving up on the spot. I can cut down below me, recut in, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been giving this a lot of thought, how I'm going to approach my next dig. So, yeah, I'm going to go below where I found this. Except there's a big piece of concrete, so yeah, be a heck of a lot of work. But if this is down there, it's all worth it. There you go. I'll show you when it's finished. See you. Well, there it is, everybody, fixed. As you can see, you can still see the crack. Now I use Gorilla Glue on the inside to reinforce that, so that way, you know, later on it will not re-crack, maybe chip out
and ruin this whole project. You see, I painted the lid, but that's nice. What a nice save, huh, everybody? That's a wonderful save. Yep. Real happy with how this turned out. My wife loves it. So, you know, when you find jars or other items that are well over 100 years old, maybe even be older than 120 or even older, if they're savable, try to save them. I mean, they're not making these, not with, you know, all the original stuff like that. See water on the bottom. I have a little piece of water where I set it down on the table. But, you know, you can look up that number. I haven't looked up the jar, but, you know, with a ground lid, I'd say it's easy to say she's over 120 years of age. So what a nice save, everyone. I am really happy with that. That is real nice.